All right, you guys, next story. So, one of you guys asked me in my Instagram when I was asking what did you want me to talk about. One of you guys mentioned that Candiace Dillard has quit Real Housewives of Potomac, and I was like, she quit? I hadn't heard anything about it. I actually looked on some of the blogs that I follow, and I didn't see anything about that. So I ended up Googling it, and what I was able to find was, and you guys are free to correct me if something else did come out, but what I was able to find was there was a blind item that was put in a gossip blog called Bravo and Cocktails. There was a blind item that was put out there that basically said that this East Coast housewife will not be getting their contract renewed for the next season or something along those lines, okay? And people started to put two and two together and decided that it was probably Candiace Dillard that was not getting her contract renewed, because we know that Candiace has a checkered past with Real Housewives of Potomac. A lot of people love her, but a lot of people don't like her. And many people's taste in their mouth was turned when she had that fight with Monique and all of that happened. That was the season that I kind of felt like the energy in the show kind of shifted, and we kind of went down this path that was, they tried not to be so bad last season, but the season before that, it was just a whole lot. So a lot of people had decided that they didn't like Candiace. They kind of felt like she was like a fucking cancer on the show, and people have wanted her to go, okay? They brought her back this last season, and again, she kind of rubbed people the wrong way. I think it was pretty obvious that even Andy had enough of her at the reunion, when the questions that he was asking her kind of made it seem like even he felt like she was the reason why Monique's no longer on the show and why, people have issues with her. So people started saying that they thought it was her. Candiace Dillard has come out and said that, wow, you guys really want me to be that girl, huh? She was like, but that is not true, okay? Now, even though she has admitted that anybody can be on the chopping block, until the season is confirmed, until they confirm who the cast is going to be, until they sign everybody up, anybody can be let go. I was like, that's not true, because Giselle is going to be on that fucking show for a long ass time. Giselle is the Nene of that show. So, yeah, everybody can be on eventually everybody can be on the chopping block. But at this point, there are the ones that we know, probably have more of a likelihood to get chopped than others. I'll say that. So, and that's not me saying that Giselle is my fave, because I'm telling you, the minute you say anything on these videos about somebody and it's not, if it's not your fan favorite, then all of a sudden you guys be telling me that I hate Candiace. And I was like, I used to really like Candiace, and now I could take her or leave her. Like, it don't matter to me. If she come back, whatever. If she gone, it's whatever. Okay? So, but y'all be in them comments, be like, Roxanne, it's obvious you don't like her, and then somebody gonna throw in the fact that she's dark-skinned. I don't even think she's dark-skinned to me, but, people will say that it's colorism, and I was like, child. She's saying that it's not true. We still haven't gotten the new cast confirmed for season 7, but they are supposed to start filming soon. So, like any other season for any of the other Real Housewives shows, once they start filming and we start seeing who shows up at these filming, at the set wherever they're filming, then we'll start to get an idea who's going to be on the show. Okay, but until then, Candiace, as far as we know, is still on the show. Now, like I said, if you guys know that she did finally say that she quit the show, then y'all can let me know. But I wasn't able to find that. So I don't know if people just kind of got it mixed up and said that she was quitting because of this blind item or if it was something else. So you're welcome to let me know. if your girl, Candace, will or will not be returning to the show, per her mouth. All right, you guys, next story up. So let's talk about Bob Saget. Child, this whole thing has gotten so strange. It's gotten so weird. So I think that, move, Blue. Stop it. Give me my shoe. So I think that I talked about his death. I did talk about it, and we didn't know exactly what happened when we did talk about it, but we found out maybe last week that he died from, what they told us was, after the autopsy report came out, they said that he fell and hit his head, and that he didn't think anything of it, and he ended up going to sleep that night, and he died in his sleep, okay? And I was like, what a fucked up way to die. You guys, it's just like, it's the same as kind of like when you hear about when people go swimming and they may have an episode in the water where they've taken in too much water and maybe choked and everything, but didn't drown clearly, just had to get themselves together, probably went on with their day still swimming, still having a good time or whatever. And then that night when they go to sleep, you hear that they've drowned in their sleep because they had fluid in their lungs and didn't realize it. It's sort of like it's sort of the same kind of feel when you hit your head. You might have bumped your head on the end of a cabinet or something. You thinking, where are you running to? Come back here. Don't you start barking. There's nobody out there. You're thinking that you're fine, you just hit your head or whatever, and then you die in your sleep. So I was just like, that is an awful way to die, and he was by himself. And it was sad. It was sad to me that was the way that he died. But I had some questions because I was like, if he was by himself, how do you know that that's exactly what happened? Okay. They said that there was no evidence of him drinking or having any drugs in his system. They didn't suspect any foul play, but he had like this blunt force trauma at the back of his head. Okay, so that's why they had assumed that he had fallen back and had hit his head, and then, like I said, went to sleep and went to bed. Now, when that story did come out, of course, like me, people started to have questions like, how do you know that that's what happened? And, he was by himself. He was in the hotel room and he evidently they got a hold of the autopsy reports, and some doctors started to say like, yeah, this blunt force trauma is a little bit more than just falling and hitting his head. Some people compared it to being hit in the back of the head with like a baseball bat, like a swing, or possibly falling from like 20 or 30 feet and landing on your head. So not just a little bump, or just, from you hitting the ground, but something very severe. So now there's an investigation, I'm assuming, whether or not this could be a homicide case. But the wife of Bob Saget and I think he has 2 or 3 daughters, they filed a temporary injunction to block the release of any further reports, regarding the investigation of his death, because they don't want the media to get a hold of it and, add all of this unnecessary speculation. Okay. They also say that it's already hard enough, and this is emotionally draining and upsetting, and then if the media gets involved and if they start releasing pictures or videos or autopsy pictures, kind of in the same vein of what happened with Kobe Bryant, they don't want that to happen. So they're not trying to stop the investigation from happening. They're trying to stop the media and social media from being involved in muddying and clouding the investigation. And, that's why they're trying to keep the information from the media. Now, I totally understand that. If something like that happened to one of my family members, I, of course, would not want it to be all in the blogs and all over everywhere. But you guys, it's just, I'm doing what they don't want us to do. But it's just weird. It's just weird that, I don't know. The story is just strange. And there's a lot of questions. And I mean, they don't owe it to us to tell us what the answers to these questions that people might have. However, I'm hoping that in the investigation that it all comes, because if this man was killed, you know, then the proper investigation needs to be done, and they need to be trying to look for the person that, or the persons that are responsible. You know, by all accounts, anybody that knew him, people are saying what a good person he was, and he didn't have an enemy in the world, and he would give the shirt off of his back, and you know, everybody loved Bob Saget. So that even adds more to the mystery of who would try to kill this person that everybody loves. Okay, if it is indeed a homicide, it may not be. It very well could be just a fluke, crazy accident where he did hit his head, but it may not be. So that's where the, you know, that's where the shit gets a little gray, you know. And people are starting to wonder, like, why is it that, you know, everybody is trying to keep a lid on this thing? But yeah, I mean, I guess I could understand where the wife is coming from too. You know, the social media and the news media and all of that. Everything is so different now than the way it used to be. Everybody has an opinion, and when everybody has an opinion, sometimes it just sways things. And like I said, the court of public opinion is sometimes usually very, very harsh. So we'll see. I'm hoping, though, that they get to the bottom of this. I'm hoping that they get to the bottom of this, because we can't just have people out here killing people and getting away with it. So I'm sure that they'll continue this investigation. Bob Saget was a very well-known celebrity. So, but that's what they're saying, you guys. We're going to keep our ear to the streets. And when I know more, I'll let you know more. All right, you guys, next story. You guys want me to talk about Kanye? I don't want to talk about Kanye. Okay, I just don't. I feel like, I will just say this. Is Kanye West harassing Kim Kardashian? Yes, very much so. Okay. I know people are saying that he's fighting for his family. You know, you can't be mad at somebody that's fighting. Listen, people can fight for their marriages all the time, but it's got to be a fight, meaning that two people got to be in the ring. Now, Kim Kardashian has already made it very clear that she does not want to be with him any longer, okay? And so when a person wants to fight for something, but they don't have a worthy opponent, now all you're doing is just bullying some damn body, okay? He is the equivalent of somebody in the ring, and they are yelling out to the audience, all right, that he can beat that person that's walking out the damn building. Don't even want to fight him. Okay, but he's the one that's continuing on. He's the only person in the ring. He's the only person fighting. When somebody has told you they don't want to be with you, then there is really nothing else that you can do to change that. And the antics that Kanye West is pulling, that is not the way to get somebody back. Now, clearly, Kanye, I have said it many, many times, is in a manic state and is one thing one day and another thing the next. And I am so tired of the Kanye train. I am. I've talked about it more than I even said I was going to. So that's my opinion on it. Yes, he is wrong. Yes, he is bullying her. Yes, he is harassing her. Yes, he is making life difficult for her and her relationship. Yes, it's hard, I'm sure, for her kids as well. He is too much. It's too much. Kanye needs help, real help. Okay, and not just the kind where, you know, people want to support him in everything he does. Everything that we do is not right. Sometimes somebody got to tell you when you tripping, when you fucked up, when you wrong. Okay, and there's nobody around Kanye to tell him that. And even if there is somebody, Kanye probably doesn't listen. So it's a strange situation there. Don't really know what is going to reel Kanye back in, but he is just off on a whole nother. And, you know, we won't even get on the discussion of people always praising him that he do all of this fucked up antics that he does. But then, of course, it's always also the genius aspect of it. This documentary that he just released, and, you know, people saying how he's such a genius. I will say that Kanye is immensely talented. Okay. and may even be a musical genius. However, that shouldn't overshadow like the real life issues that's going on here, the lives that are affected by the things that he does and says, and people are geniuses in one way, but monsters in another, so that kind of is how I see what's happening with the Kanye thing. So anyway, like I said, I talked about this too much. I'm over it. I'm over it. People not going to be happy until something bad happens there. And I'm not wishing that on anybody on either side, okay? Because I don't want to see anything happen to Kim or Kanye. But that situation is bad. Let me move on. So, Wendy Williams has surfaced. And Wendy looks pretty good. I feel like Wendy Williams actually looks better than I've seen her look in a long, long time. And sometimes just stepping away, getting away from the fray will do that for you, But yeah, she surfaced. I'm feeling like this happened because of all this Wells Fargo, that case that Wells Fargo wanted a guardianship, somebody to be appointed guardian over her accounts, over her estate, or over her money, because they felt like she was incapacitated. All right. Now, Wendy Williams' camp had strenuously denied that. They said that she's been recovering just fine, that's the media that has put the spin on it. But as far as her people are concerned, she's been fine. She's getting better. She's getting stronger. And there was nothing that should make the bank feel that they could put a hold on her money. You guys actually helped me with that. Y'all was like, no, Roxanne, the bank shouldn't just be able to say that you incapacitated and take over your money. Think about it if they did that to you. And I was like, yeah, that's true. Okay, even if a bitch was having a bad day here and there, that still probably doesn't give a person the right to just take over all of your accounts. I mean, especially when you have a staff and you've got a business. I mean, you have all this that you're responsible for, besides the fact that you got to pay for your livelihood. And you guys are putting holds on her money. So, I mean, I got that. So, after that happened last week, now we got this video of her walking on the beach in Florida. Her son is taking a video of her as she's walking. And like I said, she looks good. She sounds like herself. The talk was sort of, it was like, why are we talking about this? But I think more of it is that we were happy the fact that we could actually hear her put her thoughts together. She seemed to be pretty lucid and, just the regular Wendy that we were used to. Maybe some would even say very much calmer than she has been in the past. But, she did say that she's looking forward to, getting all the way better, and getting back to New York and getting on down with the Wendy Williams show. So, but she felt like she had to go to Florida. She said she has a real family there. Like the people that really love her are down in Florida, so that's where she went to recuperate and recover and try to get better. And like I said, the video is good. I mean, it's grainy. You still can't get a good look at her. But the fact that we see her walking, talking, is much more than people have been saying, because people were saying that she was, in the wheelchair and couldn't talk and, all of this. I think that video was more for us to see that, she is doing much better than what the gossip sites are saying. I did read something this morning. I'm not sure how true it is, but there is talk going around that's saying that her and her ex-husband have been in touch with each other and, more active with each other because he is trying to be there for her in this sickness. I don't know how true that is. I did find it interesting, though, that when she was on the beach, when she talked about how she was married, she said when she was married, to her husband and, when they were a family together and, she would cook all the time. And it was just interesting that she mentioned her husband and all of that because, it's just sort of like he's out of your life. Why are you mentioning him right now? But that part did kind of make me interested, or just kind of raise an eyebrow like, what's going on? Why are you mentioning your ex-husband? And then this article comes out that says that they've been in contact more, they've been talking more. That also could be a creative story because she mentioned her husband in the walk on the beach, So, I mean, I know how media works, and I know how motherfuckers create a story out of nothing. So, but yeah, she looked good, you guys. I mean, of course, when you are battling the beginning stages of dementia, you're not always in that state. So that's not to say that she could be still having some of those kind of issues, but and this was just a good day. But it looks like she's still trying to fight for her show. I don't know what's going to happen with Sherri Shepherd. I mean, you can tell that Wendy doesn't want Sherri Shepherd to take over her show. But how long are they going to wait for Wendy to finish recuperating and to the point where she can come back and be a part of a daily show? This show is on every single day, Monday through Friday. That is very demanding on any person. When you start talking about a person that has these kind of medical and possible mental issues, then it's even more, So yeah, that's what's going on. But she said she's on the mend, y'all, and she looked good. I was happy to see her. I just really kind of wish that she does retire. Stop, Blue. You're gonna knock over the camera. I still feel like it's time for her to retire because she looked relaxed on the beach. Like, this is the kind of life you need to have right now, girl. Just have yourself. Just enjoy your time with your son. You rich. Once you can get your fucking money back from Wells Fargo. But I was like, you rich, you got your son, he's going to eventually have a family himself, and you'll be a granny, and maybe it's time for that stage of her life, because I don't want to see her keep going through all of the shit that she's been going through, okay? But maybe she can do it on her own terms. So even if she does retire, she can come back for a season and just have her final season and just be like, bitch, I'm out, so. But what did you guys think when you saw her? Did you see her walking on the beach? Did she look good to you? How did she sound? Y'all let me know. All right, you guys, I'm tired of talking about Nick Cannon. I feel like I'm gonna have to retire him soon. So Nick Cannon came out with a song called Alone, and his song sampled very popular song from Mariah Carey, his ex-wife, called Love Takes Time. You guys remember? Love takes time to heal when you're hurting so much. Couldn't see that I was blind to let you go. I can't fake the change. This damn dog gonna knock this phone over. Anyway, you guys. So he sampled the song, and also in the song, he's talking about, well, people thought that from what he was talking about in the song that he was pining for Mariah Carey, kind of wanting that old thing back, wishing that he could get back together. Like this was his trying to get back together with Mariah Carey. I think it was released even on Valentine's Day or something like that, So he went on to his talk show and he let everybody know that no, he is not trying to get back together with Mariah Carey. They got divorced in 2014. I didn't realize it was that long ago. But he said that no, they both moved on with their lives. Clearly he has, with all these fucking kids and baby mamas that he got. And I'm sure Mariah Carey is not trying to get, that's just, they get back together. You talking about getting married and these motherfuckers gonna come after my income for some damn child support? Like, no. Okay? And all them agreeable baby mamas might change if he ended up back with his wife, So right now, everybody one big happy family. Well, he said that they not really like that. But, shit could get worse when they see that the real threat might be there. So, he said that the song is more about reflecting, kind of just realizing that he let the dream girl go, that he made some bad decisions, mistakes, wrong turns. And, he kind of regrets it now. He's divorced and he's got all of these kids and all of these baby mamas. Like, who would sign up to have that many women personalities that you have to deal with for 18 fucking plus years? you just brought on a whole bunch. You know, once the fun of all of this dies away and life really starts to get serious and everybody gets grown and them girls might even start getting involved with other men and having other families, you know, it's gonna be a whole lot more. Everybody happy now that the babies is little, but when they start getting bigger and stuff, it's gonna be difficult for him. So he's, Blue, can you move? So he is reflecting on that, he said. And this is more of him just owning his mistakes. So, I mean, that's fine. If that, whatever makes you feel better to get to how you feel is fine, y'all. I haven't heard the actual song, but I'm not really in a hurry to hear any songs from Nick Cannon. Have you guys heard the song? What do you think? And then lastly, you guys, a couple of congratulations. First, we have to congratulate Romeo Miller. He's the son to Master P. Okay, mama named him Percival Miller, Percy Miller. Romeo and his girlfriend, Drew Sanger, they just had a bouncing baby girl, okay? Now, I don't even know if anybody knew that he had a girlfriend or that she was pregnant. I thought that they was just announcing that she was pregnant. They had put out this whole dramatic trailer type of announcement, but then come to find out, no, she actually had the baby. She had a little girl. We don't know what the baby's name is. It's just, right now, they're just calling her Baby R. I said, could it be Baby Roxanne by any chance? Anyway, you guys, congratulations to the happy couple. Also, while we're congratulating, let's congratulate 24-year-old Simone Biles, okay? Gymnast extraordinaire. She is now engaged to 26-year-old NFL player Jonathan Owens, okay? They are now engaged. It looks like they got engaged over Super Bowl weekend. I'm not sure if it was Valentine's Day or what, but on the Tuesday after Valentine's Day, she posted on her Instagram a picture of him down on his knees, giving her ring, and she said in the caption, the easiest yes, okay? And she goes on to say she can't wait to spend forever with her, you know how they say. So good for her. They've been together for some years now. It's at least been 3 or 4 years that I know that these two have been together, and they seem to be very happy. So he gave her a beautiful oval cut diamond ring, and the band has these, the diamonds all around the band, just beautiful, beautiful. So she is excited. She's happy, like I said, spending forever with Mr. Owens, okay? So once again, congratulations to the happy couple. All right, you guys, let me get off of here. Lunch is over. Got to get back to work, okay? We do this every single week. So make sure that you rate, comment, and subscribe, and make sure you come back. Until next time, rock stars. Bye.